Done. Meme review. What is going on, you sexy YouTube mother lovers? Long story short, Sig is off the goop, and we're here to talk about it. Sig's social media team has had the biggest crash out of 2025 so far, and I'm including Kanye in that. I haven't seen something so self-destructive since... We'll get to that. But let's just start with the basics. Several years ago, Sig announced a new handgun, the P320. It's a 9mm polymer frame handgun that went on to win several contracts for the military and law enforcement agencies, but developed quite the reputation for... how do I put that? Blessing their owners with the gift of a 9mm round when they're least expecting it. This was years ago. It was a big scandal that the P320s were not drop safe and they had a bunch of issues. Sig then denied this while also doing a voluntary trigger upgrade. Not a recall. A recall admits fault. They had a voluntary upgrade. But the whole fiasco has kind of made the 320 the butt of a lot of memes and jokes and things like that over the years, but those seem to have mostly died down, and it seems like most of the controversy is over. Until Sig's social media guy got there and decided, you know what? I want to stir that pot again. Also, I just noticed now that I'm looking for the original post, I noticed Sig follows me on Twitter. Sorry, bud. They posted the truth about the P320, specifically with the caption, "It ends today." The P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact. We're going to talk about that part a lot. Sig, the P320 is absolutely safe and cannot fire without the trigger being pulled. Literally everyone. Is it though? Recently, anti-gun groups, members of the mainstream media, trial attorneys, and other uninformed and agenda-driven parties have launched attacks on one of Sig Sauer's most trusted, most tested, and most popular products, the P320 pistol. In all cases, these individuals have had ulterior motives behind their baseless allegations that the P320 can fire without a trigger pull. They have no evidence, no data, and no empirical testing to support any of their claims. They instead choose to misrepresent clear, negligent discharges as a design problem. The rhetoric is high, and we can no longer stay silent while lawsuits run their course, and clickbait farming, engagement hacking grifters continue their campaign to hijack the truth for profit. See, this is where me and you have a fucking problem, alright? I refuse to be called an anti-gunner or a grifter because I have the ability to fucking read. There is lots of documentation in courtroom settings, in military settings, in law enforcement settings, all over the country, with the P320 having accidental discharges relating to the mechanism. I mean, for fuck's sake, we have videos of people that aren't even touching their gun inside the holster and it just going off. I was gonna leave this alone. I had no interest in making a video about Sig. We've done little memes and shit in the past on Gun Meme Review, but I was never gonna do a whole video like this until I saw that Olympic level corporate gaslighting. If you believe what you can see with your own two fucking eyes, you're either anti-gun or a grifter. Fuck you. The P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact. Let me just keep reading this. Industry, take notice. What's happening today with Sig Sauer, with anti-gun mob and their lawfare tactics will happen tomorrow at another firearms manufacturer, and then another. Today, for Sig Sauer, it ends.
It ends today.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
The anti-gun mob and their lawfare tactics. You mean people who got fucking shot by your gun? I don't think this detective who shattered her fucking femur was anti-gun. She might be anti-Sig now. In February 2018, her holstered original version of the P320 discharged without a trigger pull as she jostled the holster to remove it from her belt. X-rays showed that her femur had been severed in half with shards of bone fragments and substantial shrapnel left in her right leg, as seen here. What an anti-gun grifter. Or how about all these reports from ICE about unintentional discharges from their P320s? Nice grift. I have so many fucking examples. When you drop your Sig P320 while getting mugged.
Call an ambulance!
Sig's statement about the P320 being drop safe. A simple concrete floor. I seriously don't fucking know. I really don't know how you can say that this is not a problem and has never been a problem and is all lies when we have it on fucking video. Like, if you can't tell, I'm actually a little legitimately angry. Before the Sig fanboys are like, oh, you just want to hate on Sig, I really don't. I own plenty of Sig firearms. This is actually my personal Sig P320 that I purchased with my own money because I wanted one. I do not hate Sig. but I hate it when firearm manufacturers... I hate it when firearm manufacturers, or any company for that matter, tries to piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Some of you SIG people might like getting pissed on, and that's fine. It's a free country. I just don't like being lied to, and I really don't like being gaslit. But you do. Honey, you love being gaslit. Stop it, you're acting crazy. You're just like your mother. But you know what else you like? Tac Pack! Time to open the monthly Tac Pack.
Open the Tac Pack, Brandon.
Look, I almost got killed by that once. Let's see what's in our monthly tactical subscription box that is Tac Pack.
I want to see it.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Shake his hand.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
What's in the Tac Pack? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Read your line.
Tac Pack is a monthly subscription box filled with useful professional grade gear from brands like Battle Launch Development, 9-Line, Reptilia, 511 Tactical, CMMG, CRKT, Fab Defense, and Mission First Tactical.
Good boy.
You can expect gear like laser rangefinders, Mission First Tactical rails, Mission First range bags, Strike Hard foregrips. Oh, we got a Cloud Defensive admin light.
Admin?
Yeah. Reptilia pistol grip, and more. New subscribers can use the code AKGUY and get a free extra package worth at least 60 bucks. The freebies ship inside your first Tac Pack, and the next Tac Pack Plus has a total value of $278.
That's a good deal.
I'd take that deal. You take that deal?
I take that deal.
Damn good deal.
Damn good deal.
Thank you to Tac Pack for sponsoring this video. Back to shitting on SIG. The P320. It ends today.
We've only just begun.
So yeah, basically, long story short, this got me so fired up, including the rest of the internet, that I just decided to make a whole video dedicated to dunking on the P320. SIG's probably going to reach out and tell me to drop it, to which I would say, have we not learned our lesson about dropping things? You have died of dropped SIG. God, I hope my kids grow up and play Oregon Trail. I feel like everybody needs to have done that at one point in their life, right? It's like a rite of passage. Say the line, SIG. The P320 is a drop-safe pistol. Yeah! SIG in their office be like, if you would please consult the graphs. And of course, you're gonna have people coming out of the woodwork all over. Oh, I own a SIG MCX, or I own a P365. I've never had any problems. I have plenty of friends who carry a P365 every day. That's their daily EDC. That's fine. Actually, in fact, quick shout out, the P365 is one of, I think, the best carry option for a handgun on the market right now. Light, compact, got pretty good capacity, pretty comfortable in the hand for a concealed carry weapon. Again, I don't fucking hate SIG. I just hate intellectual dishonesty. I was recently talking to a bunch of former SIG engineers, and they told me, off the record, I won't include their names, but they told me that this was like fucking water cooler talk. They all knew about it. SIG knows about it. It's like that old saying, like, we know they lie. They know we know they lie. We know they know we know they lie. And still they lie. And they can do that because for whatever reason, half the gun industry is fine with anecdotal evidence as just all the data they need. That thing is going to kill you. I've shot 300 rounds out of my P320 and haven't had any issues. The fucking please be patient, I have autism cap. But for real, that's like going to fucking Skid Row, not getting mugged, and then saying it's a nice neighborhood. Cool, I'm glad you didn't have a bad experience. What the fuck are you talking about? I know you guys like my rant videos. I think I like my rant videos too, because I bottle a lot of this shit up, and it's like just getting it out, and you're my therapist.
I would rather make a really view me therapy.
Shut up. Don't accuse me of things you know I do.
If this video gets 100,000 likes, I will continue to avoid therapy.
But you know, things really started to die down after a couple of days of them posting it. And you know, they learned their lesson and they thought, okay, maybe let's not poke the bear anymore. That really didn't work out well for us last time, so let's just let this die down and then go about business as usual. We were doing okay before. Should be fine now. So they dropped it. I mean, they just shut up and didn't make another post. No, I'm just kidding. They did another one. The truth about the P320 continues. Because the last one went so fucking well. This is actually like today, so I haven't verified some of these things yet, but this is what I know. They used one example of a court case where they were brought to court over the negligent discharges on the 320, and it was dismissed. So they tried to discredit one claim out of literally probably hundreds at this point. And I saw somebody pointing out in the comments of that, and I haven't verified this. I'm not sure. I'll admit I can't verify this next part. Sig, don't send your lawyers after me, because you know Sig has a shitload of lawyers. Mostly to handle the P320. I was told in the responses to Sig's, again, second post, that if you actually look into the details of the case, it was dismissed because something about the people who were filing the suit against Sig failed to report a witness in time, or they didn't get a motion delivered in a timely manner or something like that. And so the judge just kicked the case out. So they didn't actually prove that it didn't do that. They just used a loophole. Not sure if that's true, but again, if it was, it would be very funny. I don't know who saw the great success of the first post and thought like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do that again. But my God, you folks in the fucking Streisand effect. When I'm in a making things worse competition and my opponent is Sig Sauer. Salesman slaps the back of a Sig P320.
Oops.
I did see someone went through the trouble to actually fix the original statement. The P320 will, under many circumstances, fire without a trigger pull. That is a fact. Our continued lies about the viability of the P320 are nothing more than individuals seeking to profit or avoid personal responsibility. Recently, military and LE agencies, professional competition shooters, instructors, and the beefy studs of the Orion Training Group have launched attacks on one of Sig Sauer's most tested, by the public, least trusted, and most rehashed for-profit products, the P320 pistol. In all of these cases, these individuals stood to gain literally nothing by spreading awareness about the clear and present safety issues inherent in our pistol's design. These claims that the P320 can fire without a trigger pull are documented and data proven. We are excited to announce the new X5 Legion with funky ports and a new coating for $2,700. It ships with a challenge coin. All I'm gonna say is when even Anderson joins in on the clowning, you fucked up. Anderson Manufacturing. The truth about the Anderson Manufacturing St. Patrick's Day event. W marketing guy. You might want to hit up Sig. They'll probably pay you better. They really need one. If you want to see a deeper dive into a lot of this stuff, I know my boys over at the Art of War podcast are planning on dropping their own video on this, just diving deep into some of these court cases and, you know, some of the more empirical evidence. That video I think is over on their channel today, probably, possibly, maybe, hopefully. I think my thoughts are best summed up with this meme. Sig. How do we address the current conception of our P320 pistols? Call critics anti-gun. Double down and gaslight our followers. Address the issues and work toward fixing the very real problem. And boot it out the fucking window. I could speak directly to Sig and whoever wrote that fucking post, basically calling me an anti-gun grifter. First of all, fuck you for that. But being constructive here for a second, I think you'll find, and I know you probably have your hands tied with lawyers right now, because you're not able to admit that there was ever a problem. Because if you admit the originals have a problem, you admit fault, and that has a lot of cascading effects for some of the lawsuits you're currently going through. So I get why that option is probably not appealing. But that doesn't mean you have to lie to your customers. I would obviously encourage you to admit that there was some shortcomings in the original design. You could even say that they were overblown, and given the number of handguns you produced, they weren't really that much of an issue per 100,000, let's say. I would consider those fair rebuttals. I don't know the data on it, I'm sure you do. When you lie and say there was never a problem, you're fucking crazy. I bet you're taking money from anti-gun groups and you're just interested in that makes you so fucking untrustworthy, and that's a bad look for somebody who's currently trying to win back the trust of their customer base. So yeah, that's what this comes down to. P320 drop memes are funny. Don't fucking lie to people. And just in general, don't be a dick. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. If you're a Sig fanboy, I still love you, don't worry. If you're still around this far in the video, maybe consider subscribing. And if you already think you're subscribed, go ahead and just check real quick, do me that favor, because YouTube has been doing that unsubscribing my subscribers thing, and it's really kind of pissing me off. They need to fix that. Sig, please reach out if you have any questions or if you need an address for the cease and desist that I am expecting for this video. As for the rest of you, thank you for watching all the way to the end. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thanks.
Is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Oh my. If I can speak directly to Sig for a moment, I hate, no, I mean, things are pretty neat.